Hello, my name is Suzi Jamil. I'm the owner and director of Think Inc. The world's most influential living philosopher, Professor Peter Singer, has been deplatformed from a commercial venue for the first time in his 50-year career. His expertise spans across improving animal rights, reducing global poverty, bioethics, and much more. My company, Think Inc., has taught some of the greatest minds in the world across Australia and New Zealand. And this June, we're touring Peter. Sky City, the chosen venue for the Auckland show, has decided to terminate their contract with us, citing concerns of reputational damage that could be caused by Peter's appearance at the venue. At Think Inc., we are not in the business of provocation. We are in the business of leading intellectual lights of our generation to gain platforms to speak to broader audiences, unfiltered. As a premier events producer in the intellectual space, we are sincerely taken aback by this unprecedented circumstance. This is a first for our organisation and for Peter. This sets an incredibly dangerous precedent for all forms of intellectual discourse and is an affront to academic freedom. The ability to openly discuss ideas, even controversial ones, lays at the heart of liberal democracies. We need a society and corporate environment that encourages open discussion, not one that prohibits it. The spectrum of allowable speech will become narrower and narrower unless we take a stand now. The idea that Peter Singer, the academic who donates a large portion of his salary to charity, including 100% of the profits from our tour together this June, could be deplatformed for his apparent immorality seems laughable, but it's real. If a man of his stature can be the victim of the speech police, then anybody could be next. If an alternative venue cannot be secured, Sky City's cancellation of this event will deprive thousands of dollars from those who need it most. To justify the cancelling this event, Sky City cited moral concerns around Peter's philosophical views. But surely those in abject poverty halfway around the world have a greater claim to this moral concern. With regrettable accuracy, Peter summed this up best. Extreme poverty is not only a condition of unsatisfied material needs, it is often accompanied by a degraded state of powerlessness. We are doing everything to ensure the Auckland show takes place, and all our proceeds will still be donated to the Life You Can Save to help the organisation raise much needed funds for 22 highly effective charities working to transform the lives of people in extreme poverty in low income countries. In the words of Eric Weinstein, it's time for Australia and New Zealand to lead the way, become the intellectual wild south, the counterweights to our friends in the Northern Hemisphere. Let this be the place where we can discuss ideas, not suppress them. While they experience cancel culture and deplatforming, we need to ensure that down under we maintain the right to free speech within our laws. As a business owned and founded in Australia, I call all my friends and colleagues who have a voice in this movement down under to stand up and stand by my side in solidarity against the tyranny of cancel culture. If not, we are all complicit in the death of the intellectual exchange and, more importantly, the death of our most fundamental tenet of democracy, the freedom of speech.